Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is Tosif, and I am back with a new live stream. This is Tuesday night. The time right now is 11:31 p.m. Central Time, and I'm coming to you live from Madison, Wisconsin. So as I start this live stream, I would like to know who's watching. And I would like to know where you are tuning in from. So my friends, as you are tuning in, please introduce yourself. If you are returning to watch a live stream, if you have watched my live streams before and you're coming back for a new live stream, well, thank you for continuing to support this channel. If you are here for the first time, welcome. And I can see that many of our friends are already here. So Tommy Brown is here from Colorado. Steve is here from Texas. Dana is here from Eagle Point, Oregon, which, by the way, it's a very beautiful place. I looked it up. I think I mentioned this before. Eagle Point, Oregon. I looked it up on the internet. It's so beautiful. Misty is here from Pennsylvania. Gina is here. Bill is here from Vegas. Frank is here from Florida. Hi, Frank. Gerlina is here. Gerlina also from Oregon. All right, so we can get started. My friends, we got, Dana says, sweet, you should come visit. I'd love to visit Oregon. I have not been to Oregon. I'd love to visit Oregon and check out all the wonderful places, including Eagle Point. That'd be great. All right. Who else is here, my friends? We are 3 minutes into the live stream. Okay, we'll wait for more of our friends to tune in, but let's get started. My friends, a winter storm is heading in our direction. It's going to be a high impact storm. Kind of scary, okay? I was looking at the forecast. It doesn't look good. This high impact storm. Okay, Tommy is saying go visit Oregon via Colorado. Yes. Tommy Brown, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I love road trips, okay? And so if I go to Oregon or wherever else, it must be a road trip. Okay? I mean, it's like you got complete control if it's a road trip. If you're just on a plane, I mean, you're missing all the fun. You're missing the joy of travel, you know? Drive through America and just experience all the beauty on the road, right? Jax904 is here. Hi, Jax. Good to see you. So, the high impact storm will affect Kansas City, Chicago, Detroit, and other areas of the country. And snow is expected to start on Wednesday. And dozens of states will be affected. Right here in Wisconsin, my friends, things are likely going to be quite rough. And if you want to ask me, Tosif, are you looking forward to all the snow? I am not. I am not, my friends. I don't want this. I do not want this winter storm. I don't want bad weather. Okay? I don't want it. But this is going to be a very potent storm. A very potent storm system, and it seems like it's going to be quite bad, okay? From the plains to the Midwest to the Great Lakes and the Northeast, all these areas will be affected. And right now, here's what's going on. Meetings are being canceled Okay, if you are in an area like here in Wisconsin, in southern Wisconsin, and you got meetings and events scheduled, guess what? Those meetings are now being canceled. The events are now being canceled or postponed, maybe rescheduled for a later date, postponed until further notice, or canceled. Scheduling changes are taking place. Schools are being closed. And I was looking at the local news. Many schools have already announced here in Wisconsin. Okay, I'm talking about Wisconsin now. Many schools have already announced that they are closed. After school activities canceled. Okay, tell me what is going on in the areas where you are. Are meetings being canceled? Are events being postponed? Are schools being closed? James is here. Hi, James. What is going on, James? Tell us what's going on in your area. Where are you, James? Edwin is here. Edwin Lundstrom. Now, is this the same Edwin? We have a viewer named Edwin CV, right? This is a different Edwin or the same Edwin? Tommy is saying cold and snowing here. Okay. That's what's going on in Colorado. All right. I don't know if this is the same Edwin or it's a different Edwin. Christian Morales is saying, hello, what kind of community are you guys? Okay. Well, we are a freedom-loving community. In fact, we're not just a community. We are a family of freedom-loving people. And if you want to join this family, then subscribe and stay connected. Jewel is here. Hi, Jewel. Good to see you. Look at the local news, my friends. Safety first. You got to cancel schools. You got to cancel meetings. If you have trips planned, if you're planning to go someplace tomorrow, okay, I don't know where you are here in Wisconsin. If you are thinking, hey, I'm in southern Wisconsin, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and go someplace, I gotta drive an hour, go someplace. Well, guess what? You better cancel that, because that is what is being advised. Okay, there will be travel impacts, and safety first. Focus on safety first. Got to make sure that everyone is safe. People don't need to be out driving in bad weather. Here in southern Wisconsin, travel will be severely impacted. And it's being said that this is going to be the heaviest snow of the season for us. Heaviest snow of the season. There's potential for weekend snow and chilly temperatures. Not something that you want to hear, but I have to share the truth. I have to share the facts with you, my friends. Okay, and sometimes we don't like the facts. Like the fact right now is that according to the weather forecast, there's potential for weekend snow and chilly temperature. Not something we want to hear, but it is the truth. The forecast, obviously, the forecast can change. But that's the forecast as of now. And I'm sharing with you the news. Okay. So Land Road is here again. Kelly is here. Kelly, welcome. Alam Rafiq. Alam Rafiq says great and is giving me the thumbs up. Wonderful. Thank you. NC is here. NC says hello world. Hello, NC. Elton is here from Brazil. Am I correct, Elton? Okay. I gotta drink some water. Elton is here from Brazil. Gerlina says schools should be canceled until they figure out Department of Education and also for weather. Okay, so Gerlina is not just talking about the weather. Gerlina is going a step forward. Gerlina is talking about the Department of Education. What is the future of this so-called Department of Education? You look at government, you look at all the different departments and agencies, and this Department of Education, trust me, it's got to be one of the worst. Dana is talking about Punxsutawney Phil. I love Punxsutawney Phil. Punxsutawney Phil is a brilliant mind. You know, Punxsutawney Phil is a genius. Punxsutawney Phil is a highly respected figure. And really, I mean, natural talent, he knows what's going on. You got to trust Punxsutawney Phil. Okay? By the way, I think Punxsutawney Phil is now a dad. Have you heard that? Punxsutawney Phil, I think he's got a kid now. Let me check. Punxsutawney Phil. Yes, Punxsutawney Phil and his wife Phyllis did welcome 2 baby groundhogs, okay? This was last year. So Punxsutawney Phil is doing great. Phil and his wife Phyllis, they're awesome. So all right, I have to share with you this. I don't know how many of you know this, but I actually, Evelyn is laughing, wife. Yeah, Punxsutawney Phil believes in traditional family. Punxsutawney Phil has strong family values. So Punxsutawney Phil has a wife, and Punxsutawney Phil has kids. Okay? Punxsutawney Phil quite likely is a conservative. Okay? I mean, I don't think Phil has come out and I don't think Phil has come out and shared his political views, but I mean, we have reasons to believe that Punxsutawney Phil might be a conservative, okay? Now, did Punxsutawney Phil, I mean, you know, Phil is in Pennsylvania, and Trump won Pennsylvania. I mean, battleground state. Now, you're going to have a lot of fun when I tell you this. It was back in 2020. I wrote, get ready for this. You're going to have a lot of fun when I tell you this. Okay, we're talking about weather. Dana brought up Punxsutawney Phil. We have to talk about Punxsutawney Phil. Are you ready? Are you ready for what I'm about to tell you? This is regarding Phil, Punxsutawney. Just say ready, because I want to make sure you're listening. Dana is ready. Okay, Dana is ready. Okay, Evelyn is ready. Back in 2020, I wrote a letter to the editor about Punxsutawney Phil, and it was published by Pittsburgh Post-Gazette in Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette newspaper in Pennsylvania. They published my letter to the editor regarding Punxsutawney Phil, okay? Because, you know, there's this organization called PETA, People for, what is that, Ethical Treatment of Animals or something, okay? So that organization, they had come out with some kind of an idea. This was back in 2020. They had come out with some kind of an idea to replace Phil with a man-made object. So they said, you know, whatever they said, I don't remember their argument, but they wanted to replace Phil with a man-made object. So they wanted some kind of a device or instrument to do the forecasting instead of Phil. And I said, very strongly, I said, PETA must cease its efforts to replace the legendary Phil with a man-made object. So I, Tossif, wrote strongly in support of Punxsutawney Phil because Phil is a very, very important part of the community. Phil is... America needs Punxsutawney Phil. I stand with Punxsutawney Phil, okay? When PETA, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, they come out and they speak against Phil, they want to replace Phil. No way, we're not going to let that happen. We love Phil. If you love Punxsutawney Phil, please write, I love Phil, or I love Punxsutawney Phil. You write the whole thing. Please, my friends, in the live chat, make sure that you are showing your support for Punxsutawney Phil, and not just Phil. Okay, not just Phil. Phil and his wife Phyllis and their babies. Okay? We wish them what a beautiful family. Punxsutawney Phil, his wife Phyllis, and their babies. It's a beautiful family. We want that family to be happy, okay? All right. Dana loves Phil and the fam. Absolutely. All right. So Punxsutawney Phil, yeah, no, he's amazing. I think Punxsutawney Phil is conservative, okay? If Phil ever comes out, I know Phil doesn't make, I mean, he makes that big once-a-year public appearance, but other than that, I have not seen any interviews, okay? I mean, who knows? Punxsutawney Phil might sit down for, maybe a longer interview, maybe a taped interview, okay? If Punxsutawney Phil ever does that, I hope somebody asks him, Punxsutawney, what do you think? Where do you fall politically? Are you a conservative or a liberal or somewhere in the middle? I think Phil is going to say that he is a conservative. That is my understanding. I'm not sure 100%, but hopefully Punxsutawney will answer that someday. Conservative. I think he's conservative. So now let's move forward. Here in southern Wisconsin, next is saying Phil is a liberal. No. I don't think Phil is a liberal. I think Phil is a conservative. Okay. All right. Okay. So here in southern Wisconsin, travel is likely to be severely impacted. It's being said that this is going to be the heaviest snow of the season. And there's also potential for weekend snow and chilly temperature. We are expected to get here in Wisconsin, at least in southern Wisconsin, I don't know about the folks up north, here in southern Wisconsin, we are expected to get 3 to 6 inches of snow and possibly up to 9 inches of snow close to Lake Michigan. So the closer to the lake you are, there's something called like a lake effect. I don't know what it is. Maybe Punxsutawney Phil knows. I don't. But you know what? We don't want this weather. We do not want this weather. But here's the thing. We have to accept whatever we get from nature. We accept nature. You know who doesn't accept nature? The left-wing folks. The left-wing folks, the liberals, the Democrats, they do not accept nature. The Democrats think that humans can be smarter than nature. Humans cannot be smarter than nature. Nature is smarter than all of us, okay? Suzanne is here. Hi, Suzanne. Good to see you. Bob, good to see you. Anyone else? Texas Repo is here. Hi, Texas. All right. Okay. Lots of new folks I see here. Crockett is here. Hi, Crockett. MZ is here. MZ says nature always wins. What a beautiful statement. Nature always wins. Nature always wins. Nature will always win. And we cannot change that, okay? So we have to accept the reality. We have to accept nature. But the Democrats, they don't want to accept nature. They want to do all kinds of different engineering. Okay, the Democrats think that you can shut down the factories and change the course of nature. You can redirect water. You can save the smelt fish. See what California did with the smelt. Phoenix is here. Hi, Phoenix. So really, we accept nature as it is, but the Democrats do not. Okay, I mean, I don't want to start talking about Al Gore again. I don't want to start talking about AOC again. AOC, we haven't talked about AOC in a while. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Okay, are there any AOC supporters here? I'm just curious because I see some new folks here. Any AOC supporters? Anyone here who supports AOC? Is AOC your favorite member of Congress? Let me know if you support AOC. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Anyone here support AOC? Probably not, huh? Probably not. We got sensible people here. No one supports AOC. Kelly is saying not an AOC fan. Evelyn is saying go ahead, admit it, liberals. Yeah, if you support AOC, go right ahead. Say you support AOC. I don't support AOC. Okay, that whole Green New scam, I don't support the Green New scam. I don't support Al Gore. Thank God that Al Gore never became the U.S. president. What a disaster it would have been if Al Gore would be U.S. president, right? I mean, that was a big, we got lucky. All right? Okay, my friends, nature is powerful. The left does not want to accept nature. The left wants to control nature. We cannot control nature. But you know, people who believe in common sense, we the people who believe in common sense, we accept whatever nature gives us. So this winter storm is coming, okay? Here in southern Wisconsin, we are going to be severely impacted, but we will accept it. We will accept it. There's nothing we can do, okay? There's nothing we can do. We got to accept whatever nature gives us. For those who did not realize, I silently, without any announcement, I put on your favorite hat. And for that, you have to say cheers. Please say cheers if you support the hat that I'm wearing. Because now I'm going to be talking about the Trump administration, the Trump White House. I'm going to be talking about our president. Tommy says, I love it. Liz says cheers. Crockett says cheers. Dana says cheers. James says cheers. Sue Hammer says cheers. Joyce McLean says, where you live, Wisconsin, you should always be ready for winter. I'm always ready for winter, Joyce. I always am. Suzanne is saying MAGA hat. Gerlina is saying MAGA. Megs is saying cheers. Okay, that is great. Bill is saying cheers. Everyone loves the hat. Yates is saying cheers. Phoenix is saying love the hat. Jewel is saying cheers. Wonderful. Now let's talk about our president, Donald J. Trump. So, how many of you have seen that President Trump met with King Abdullah II of Jordan? The meeting that took place on Tuesday in the White House. Great meeting. Have you seen that? Gerlina says the hat. Gerlina loves the hat. James is saying yes. President Donald J. Trump met with King Abdullah II of Jordan. Great news. Trump, our 47th president, President Trump, is strengthening our relationship with foreign countries and their leaders. And I kept saying this over and over again. I kept saying this before the election. I kept saying it over and over again, that if Donald Trump becomes president against 47th president, he is going to strengthen relationship with our international allies, with foreign countries. I kept saying it. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? And that is exactly what is happening. One after another, you see the foreign leaders visiting Washington, D.C., meeting with President Trump, and the Prime Minister of Japan. I talked about that meeting. The Prime Minister of Japan met with President Trump. Now we have the king of Jordan, King Abdullah of Jordan, meeting with President Trump. This is great. This is like leadership is back in the White House. Leadership is back in the White House. And the Middle East, I think you all agree with me when I say this. The Middle East is of great importance. Do you agree with me? Ken Berry is here. Ken Berry, good to see you. Do you agree when I say that the Middle East is extremely important? Liz agrees with me. Yes. The Middle East is of extreme importance for world peace. And with President Trump in the White House, we must build stronger ties with our friends and allies in the Middle East. And so President Trump, I strongly believe that he wants strong ties with the Arab nations. Obviously, I've talked about this before. President Trump has a history of strong, good relationship with Saudi Arabia, and now with King Abdullah's visit to the White House, conversations about pressing issues in the Middle East will continue. So obviously there's going to be a lot to talk about, many issues to address in the region, many disagreements, many agreements, many conversations that are taking place, many conversations that will take place. But you know what? Here's the thing. Our country is in good hands. Our country is in good hands with President Trump in the White House. Our country is in good hands. So the Middle East obviously is a very sensitive region, lots of very sensitive issues, a lot of tension in the Middle East, and U.S. leadership is essential in bringing peace to the entire region. Now, it's not easy to solve problems in that region, but President Trump continues to do what he can, and he is our hope. Let me see. All right. By the way, my friends, I'm conducting a poll. The question is, do you support President Trump's decision to end the procurement and forced use of paper straws? Yes or no? Please write. Please click yes or no in the live chat, okay? By the way, who's here for the first time? Let me just take a quick break. Who's here for the first time? Anyone watching for the first time? Kurt doesn't like me. Kurt, where are you from? Kurt has just written a very, I don't know, very bad comment, not a nice comment, Kurt. Kurt, where are you from? Tell us, Kurt, where are you from? What state? Are you in Wisconsin or somewhere else? Okay, a viewer named B and then B, okay? So there are two Bs. Says, I don't like you. I'm from Wyoming. I don't like you. I'm from Wyoming. Well, there should be, there's probably a missing punctuation mark there, okay? You should write, I don't like you, and then a period, and then I'm from Wyoming, a period. You're writing, I don't like you, I'm from Wyoming. It's a continuous sentence. There should be at least a comma in there somewhere. Um, Charlie doesn't like me. That's okay. Who else is here? I asked Kurt where he's from, and see, Kurt did not answer. Kurt, what's going on? Why aren't you answering where you're from? Yeah, Dana says low intelligence. Yeah, kind of, there are some low IQ folks here. There are some low IQ folks. Gregory is here. Hi, Gregory. All right, we're gonna let the haters and the trolls continue. We're gonna let them continue here. The haters and the trolls can continue. Let me proceed because we got some important things to talk about. President Trump has signed an executive order to end the procurement and forced use of paper straws. I'll let you share your thoughts on that one. President Trump has signed an executive order ending the procurement and forced use of paper straws. On whitehouse.gov, if you go on the website of the White House, you will find a fact sheet on this matter. You can look at the fact sheet. Okay? The left may not look at it. Okay? So there's a fact sheet on whitehouse.gov on this executive order. It gives you information about this executive order. It's a fact sheet. But there's a reason why the people on the left may not look at that fact sheet. You know why? Because the left does not like facts. The left does not like the facts. The left is allergic to the truth. The left lives in a bubble of fantasy. The left lives in some other universe where there are unicorns and there are, I don't know what else can be there. There are dragons. Okay? It's a fantasy world that the left embraces. Christian Morales says, Tosif, can I ask a question? You always can ask a question. You don't have to ask me if you want to ask a question. You can go ahead and ask a question. If I'm able, if I can't, then you have to understand you can always ask me questions, okay? There are some questions that I'm not able to answer because the live chat moves very fast, so I miss a lot of the questions. And then there are other questions that people ask, which clearly have a partisan tilt, and sometimes I just don't answer those questions. Okay, sensible questions are great. Okay, Christian Morales, thank you so very much, Christian Morales. Thank you for supporting this channel. Appreciate it. Okay, so let us continue. A viewer named B&B is saying Republicans want to control your health, education, and your money. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, this is a classic example of misinformation, disinformation, whatever you want to call it. Okay, whatever you want to call it. This viewer named B&B. Now, what does B&B mean? Is it bed and breakfast or what? Are you an establishment? Is it a bed and breakfast? Okay, I'm going to call this viewer a bed and breakfast. So bed and breakfast is actually not asking, is saying Republicans want to control your health, education, and your money. No, that is what the Democrats want to do. The Democrats want to control health and all aspects surrounding health, which is why the Democrats, they want to force vaccines on the American people. Because the Democrats do not want medical freedom. The Democrats just want to dictate. The Democrats want to control people's health and medical decisions, which is why the Democrats, they support forced vaccination. So breakfast, your comment is a total lie. Do you understand that? Okay, bed and breakfast, you are lying when you say Republicans want to control your health. No, the Democrats want to control people's healthcare decisions, okay? The Democrats want to take away freedom and they want to dictate people, okay? And education, no, bed and breakfast. The Republicans don't want to control education. The Republicans believe in school choice. The Republicans believe in freedom. Okay? And money, what do you mean money? The Republicans don't want to control money. The Republicans believe in lower taxes. The Democrats want to raise taxes. They want to raise fees. They want to raise charges. They want more IRS agents to go after people. Those are things that the Democrats want, not the Republicans. Okay? The Republicans believe in medical freedom. The Republicans believe in school choice. The Republicans believe in lower taxes. Okay, Kristen, thank you for your support. So this viewer named Bed and Breakfast, B&B, Bed and Breakfast, that's what I'm going to say. Has no clue. Okay. Next is saying lower taxes for who though? Lower taxes for freedom-loving Americans, lower taxes for the middle class, okay? Lower taxes for people who are struggling financially. People who used to be in the middle class, but now they are living in poverty because of Biden's inflation. Yeah, Kamala, if you would have had Kamala right now in the White House, taxes would be skyrocketing, okay? Brad is saying Trump forever. I love that. Chance is saying lower taxes for real American citizens. All right. Evelyn is saying seniors, tips, and overtime. Exactly, Evelyn. Thank you for pointing it out. Trump talked about, remember, Trump said no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. I mean, those things may become reality. Okay? The Trump administration is just getting started. Let's see what great things are going to happen. Great things are going to happen. So, on whitehouse.gov, you'll find a fact sheet on this matter that President Trump has signed an executive order ending the procurement and forced use of paper straws. And so look at the fact sheet. It says ending the forced use of paper straws. President Trump signed an executive order to end the procurement and forced use of paper straws. The federal government is directed to stop purchasing paper straws and ensure they are no longer provided within federal buildings. So no more paper straws provided within federal buildings. The order requires the development of a national strategy to end the use of paper straws within 45 days to alleviate the forced use of paper straws nationwide. Understand this. If you are a liberal, listen, if you are a liberal, you can still have your paper straw. Trump is not taking your paper straw away from you, but people will not be forced to use paper straws, okay? Because we know that the liberals, the Democrats, they want to force people to do stuff. Whatever they support, they want to force that on other people. That's what the Democrats do. But the Republicans, we believe in freedom. So if you are a liberal and you love your paper straw, you can still enjoy your paper straw, okay? If you've got a glass full of beverage and you want to use a paper straw, you put a paper straw in, okay? And you're hanging out here enjoying talking to a friend, and you've got your beverage, you've got your paper straw in there, and you take a sip, and then you wait, and eventually the paper straw, it's going to fall apart, it's going to mix with your drink, and if you want to drink your beverage along with your paper straw particles, I mean, that's your decision, okay? That's your decision, all right? I mean, straws are primarily used to help with the consumption of a beverage. The straws are not the food. But if you put a paper straw in a beverage, what happens after a while? The paper straw, it's going to disintegrate, it's going to mix, it's going to be soft, it's going to mix, probably the particles will mix with your beverage. And I think if you use a paper straw and it sits in your drink and it just like falls apart, chances are you may end up consuming bits and pieces of your paper straw. Okay? You may end up consuming bits and pieces of your paper straw. And if that is what you like, okay, if that's what you like, if you think I'm gonna have my beverage, I'm gonna also consume my paper straw, that is your decision. That is your decision, okay? Do you want to eat your paper straw? If that's what you want, you can go do it. Okay? Go do it. I love plastic straws. If you support plastic straws, please write, I support plastic straw. Okay, who wants paper straw? Let's see. Let's see. Hold on. So many comments. I can't keep up. Make sure you subscribe, okay? I see a lot of liberals here today. Steve is saying plastic, please. Chance is saying I support plastic straws. Joyce is saying plastic straws. Bill is saying support plastic straws. Dana is saying plastic, please. Ken Berry says I agree. Okay. Casey says I support plastic. David Nichols says I support plastic straws. Evelyn says I support plastic straws. Suzanne supports plastic. Bed and Breakfast says I support freedom of choice. Oh, great. Great, Bed and Breakfast. Crockett says plastic. Okay, great. Lots of support for plastic straws here, my friends. We love plastic straws. But, if you liberals out there, those who are listening, the liberals, if you want to have your paper straw, you still can. You can go out, exercise your freedom. Go get paper straws if you want. Go get paper straws. This individual named Beer is like getting this close to being blocked. Okay. This individual named Bear is like you're this close to being blocked, okay? Because you are writing the same comment over and over again. You're trying to jam this live chat. So you're like this close. Okay? Yes, this is a discussion, but do not flood the live chat with the same comment, okay, over and over again. Whatever you wrote, you write it once, you write it twice. After a while, if you want to write it again, go do it. But don't just keep copying and pasting over and over again, okay? All right. So President Trump, if you read that fact sheet on whitehouse.gov, it says bringing back common sense. The irrational campaign against plastic straws has forced Americans to use non-functional paper straws. That's what it is, non-functional. This ends under President Trump. Cities and states across America have banned plastic straws, caving to pressure from woke activists who prioritize symbolism over science, okay? I'm going to tell you something here now. As the fact sheet pointed out, cities and states across America have banned plastic straws, caving to pressure from woke activists, the left-wing activists, who prioritize symbolism over science. And I can tell you, right here in Wisconsin, in Madison, Wisconsin, right here in Madison, years ago, this was before COVID, there was an effort to ban plastic straws. Right here in Wisconsin, this was before COVID. Somebody had introduced a proposal to ban plastic straws, and I had written a letter to the editor opposing the proposal to ban plastic straws in Madison. Okay? I was opposed to the proposal to ban plastic straws because I support plastic straws. So this is an issue that has been on my radar for years, okay? I think paper straws are absolute nonsense. I hate paper straws. I'm just saying it out loud right here in front of everyone live. I hate paper straws. I absolutely hate paper straws, okay? So I never liked paper straws, and I still don't like paper straws. As I said, I hate paper straws. I love plastic straws. If you like plastic straws, my friends, please write, I like plastic straws. I think you've written it already. How about we say, I hate paper straws? Just say, I hate paper straws. Okay? Because I absolutely hate it. If I'm at a restaurant and they bring me a paper straw, I am not using it. I hate paper straw. So, ridiculous stuff. Steve is saying, I hate paper straws. Brent is saying, I hate paper straws. Chance is saying, I hate paper straws. We all collectively, we hate paper straws. Liz is saying, hate paper straws. They melt away. They do. They do. Suzanne says, I hate paper straws. Bill is saying, I hate paper straws also. Brad is saying, paper straws is like fingernails on a chalkboard. Is Swaggy here? Swaggy is here. Hi, Swaggy. Swaggy writes, I hate paper straws. Thank you, Swaggy. Okay, so a viewer named Shaw just got banned. I've been tolerating this individual for a while. So I have blocked Shaw. Okay. nasty individuals will be banned. I banned Shaw. Kelly says toss it for president. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so very much. What an amazing comment. Thank you, Kelly. Brad says make straws great again. John B is writing Wisconsin about to get snow. Yeah, I know that, John. I know that. Chance says Alabama got snow. Okay. Mr. Wonderful says I never used a paper straw. That's great. Land Road, this viewer named Land Road. Land Road is just a bizarre, participant here. Very bizarre. As the name says, Land Road, and then bizarre. Okay, so if climate activists, they want to use paper straws, they can, but President Trump is ending the federal procurement and forced use of paper straws, okay? So that is great. I love plastic straws. Now let's go on to the next part of the discussion, my friends. Have you heard, and I'm sure you have, another big decision? President Trump announced that the production of new pennies will stop. The production of new pennies, no more cents, C-E-N-T-S. What are your thoughts about that decision? President Trump announced that no new pennies will be produced. President Trump said that he instructed the Secretary of the Treasury to stop producing new pennies. And President Trump said, for far too long, the United States has minted pennies which literally cost us more than 2 cents. So to produce 1 penny, you need more than 2 pennies. It's like common sense now. Stop the production. So President Trump said, let's rip the waste out of our great nation's budget, even if it's a penny at a time. Okay, John B. Should I block John B? I'm trying to understand. Should I block John B? This John B has been referring to me as brown brother. Yes, brown brother. No, brown brother. Brown brother. I mean, I don't know what that means. Okay, because if you read Martin Luther King, you should know more than that, right? You should know it's not the color of the skin, it's the content of the character. So John B, should I block John B? Does John B want to say anything in defense? Is it the color of the skin or is it the content of character? John B has a sad face, but you know what? Doesn't matter. John B blocked. I'm not going to tolerate all these trolls and all these haters, okay? Just blocked. I mean, if John B thinks he's going to put a sad face and it's going to melt my heart, no way. Blocked. All right. So let's continue. President Trump said, for far too long, the United States has minted pennies which literally cost us more than 2 cents. Let's rip the waste out of our great nation's budget, even if it is a penny at a time. Now, great decision. Great decision. Hold on. I'm just wondering if there's more people I need to block. Probably not, huh? Steve is saying Tossif keeps canceling people. He's so woke. Steve, have I? Okay, so Steve is saying Tossif keeps canceling people. He's so woke. Steve, how about I cancel you? There you go. Steve, you're out. Steve is out. All right. Okay, my friends, do you know that a Democrat U.S. Senator has come out in support of President Trump's decision regarding stopping the production of the penny? A Democrat U.S. Senator has expressed support for President Trump's decision regarding the penny. Do you know who that is? Any idea? Which Democrat U.S. Senator is supporting President Trump's decision regarding the penny? Any idea? Crockett says missed the question. So President Trump has ordered that the production of the penny will stop, and a Democrat U.S. Senator has come out in support of President Trump and his decision to stop the production of the penny. Do you know who it is? It's a Democrat U.S. Senator. Chance is asking Chuck. No, it's not Chuck Schumer. Joyce is saying, you're saying Fetterman. It's not Fetterman. It's not Fetterman. Not Fetterman. Swaggy says, I don't know. Can you make a guess? Steve is saying Warren. No, it's not Elizabeth Warren. It's not Elizabeth Warren. You're going to be shocked when I tell you who it is. You're going to be shocked when I tell you who it is. Lightside is saying Pelosi. No, Pelosi is not a senator. It is a U.S. senator. KG is saying Joe Manchin. Well, Joe Manchin is not in the Senate anymore. Joe Manchin is a former senator now. Any idea? I want to see if people can guess this one. Edgar is saying Jackie. Exactly. It is Jackie Rosen of Nevada. So we got our friends from Nevada right here. We got Bill from Nevada. We got Evelyn from Nevada. It is Jackie Rosen, Democrat senator from Nevada, who has come out in support of President Trump's decision regarding the penny. Jackie Rosen. Bill says we didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, I was kind of shocked, Bill. I was quite shocked when I saw that. So Jackie Rosen, Senator Rosen said, "I'm not afraid to embrace a good idea when it comes from the other side of the aisle, and I agree with President Trump on this. Eliminating the penny is a common sense move that'll save taxpayer dollars. Yeah, so it's kind of surprised when I saw Jackie Rosen supporting President Trump's decision. Now, there's another Democrat. This time, it's a governor, not a senator, who also supported President Trump's decision regarding the penny. Any idea who this Democrat governor is? The Democrat senator I told you is Jackie Rosen. Who do you think the Democrat governor is? A Democrat governor. Crockett says Jared Polis. Exactly. Jared Polis. By the way, I still believe Jared Polis is Jared Polis of Colorado. I still believe that Jared Polis is one of the worst governors that you can find in the country. Okay? And that that opinion has not changed. I still believe, as of right now, Jared Polis, I mean, he may agree with President Trump on this one issue. It doesn't change the fact that Jared Polis, if you study his record as a governor, you will conclude that Jared Polis is one of the worst, one of the absolute worst governors that you can find in the United States of America, okay? But Jared Polis of Colorado, on this one issue, he seems to be in agreement with President Trump. Good for Jared Polis. He says, as well as saving taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars, there are major environmental benefits to eliminating the penny. This is a great move. So this is what Jared Polis of Colorado said, okay? Now, I just saw in the news, there was a report that it costs close to 3.7 cents to produce a penny. So it costs almost 3.7 cents to produce 1 cent. So why in the world were we producing all these pennies all this time? It's kind of crazy. And the Trump administration is all about cutting waste and saving money and making America wealthy again. And that is exactly what the Trump administration is doing. So I love it. I love that decision to stop the production of the penny. By the way, my friends, here's what I'm going to do. I usually do it after announcing, but this time I'm just going to not announce and do it. What did I just do? Can anyone tell me what I just did? You can see it. Can you tell me what I just did? Subscriber mode. Exactly. I put it in subscriber mode. All right? Now, all those nasty trolls, if they want to comment, they have to subscribe. Okay? They have to subscribe. All the trolls, you got to subscribe. Now, I put it in 1 minute, so let's see if the trolls want to subscribe and wait a minute and come and participate. I put it in subscriber only mode. So all those who are here, you are all subscribers. Um, let's see if they subscribe and join. So far, it's not looking like they'll subscribe. Bill says, what a relief, Tassif. All those who are here, you are subscribers. All right. By the way, I have to look outside. It is not snowing yet. Not snowing yet. Miguel says good morning. Good morning to you too, Miguel. All right. Okay. All right, my friends. Brent is saying, I'm here in Plymouth, Wisconsin, and it's not snowing here either. So, Brent, thank you for tuning in from Wisconsin. Plymouth, Wisconsin, Sheboygan County. It's a beautiful place, Sheboygan County. It's, I mean, Plymouth is not far from Lake Michigan. Plymouth is not far from Lake Michigan. Anyone else from Wisconsin here? Okay. Scene is saying Oklahoma. All right. Chance is saying, I hear the cheese is good. Great cheese. We have great cheese. Oh, so somebody came here. Baconator? Yeah, I saw Baconator's comment. I saw Baconator's comment. That's okay. Suzanne says Georgia cheese is good too. Haven't been to Georgia, but I'm sure it's good. By the way, we're going to talk about Georgia very soon because there are two Democrat U.S. senators in Georgia. We're going to capture those seats when the time comes for voting. I think the Republicans will be able to win back those two seats from Georgia. Okay? So we're going to get hopefully two new Republican U.S. senators. I have to check and see when those elections are, but Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff, they are two Democrats, two U.S. senators in Georgia. We can defeat them whenever it's time for election, and we can get those two seats back. The Republicans can win. Okay? So my friends, I'm going to wrap up this live stream today. Let's end the poll. The question is, The question is, do you support President Trump's decision to end the procurement and forced use of paper straws? Let me write it down. Do you, okay, here. Do you support President Trump's decision to end the procurement and forced use of paper straws? 140 votes, 64% said yes, 34% said no. The poll is complete. So thanks to all those who voted. And most people support President Trump's decision to end the procurement and forced use of paper straws. So thank you so very much, my friends. And Baconator doesn't like me, but thank you for subscribing, okay? Thank you for subscribing. All right, my friends, I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you all for tuning in. It's a shorter live stream than usual, but I'll be back with more videos, more live streams, so please stay connected. My friends, may God bless you all. May God bless our President Trump. May God bless the Trump administration. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless our U.S. allies. And may God bless freedom-loving people all over the world. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so very much. And remember, we love plastic straws. And I'm so happy paper straws are being banned. You know, the federal procurement and forced use of paper straws will end. Love it, okay? If the liberals still want to use paper straws, they can. All right, my friends, thank you so very much. I'll be back again soon. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.